So, growing up in the 80s, we had a lot of toys, and a lot of toys needed a lot of cartoons, and some of these cartoons got movies, and 9 times out of 10, these movies were kind of shite. We obviously got the classic canon production of Masters of the Universe, which was live action, but we also got animated movies that worked into the continuity to the animated series, such as Transformers, and the movie we're talking about today, 1987's G.I Joe, or the Action Force movie as it was known in the UK. So yeah, this was a continuation of the Sunbow animated series, and it was a bigger affair. Well, it was meant to be a bigger affair. They had the voice cast of Don Johnson as Falcon, and Mickey himself, Burgess Meredith, voiced Gagobulus. Yes, I'll get into Gagobulus and his whole fucking backstory. But yeah, this was a feature-length G.I Joe story. And gone were the hard-edge, militaristic plot lines of the classic Larry Hama comics. Instead, we got this movie that saw Cobra Commander being from a race of snake men that were denizens of Earth millions of years ago and come from a place called Cobra La. Yes, this is about as far removed as the classic G.I. Joe storylines we got. This was an atrophied mess. There's very few reasons to watch this. As I said before, the plot is fucking bananas. Essentially, G.I. Joe have to take on Cobra La, and there's also a redemptive story involving Duke's stepbrother, Falcon, voiced by Don Johnson. He's essentially the most annoying bollocks you could ever encounter in a military outfit. I'm amazed this fucker hadn't been fucked out of the unit years ago. Sure, you've every kind of fucking oddball in G.I. Joe, but this guy takes the fucking cake. I mean, dereliction of duty isn't the fucking word strong enough to describe him. I mean, most of the shit that happens is a result of this bollocks' actions.
What a prick.
This guy is so fucking annoying. People bitch about Rodimus Prime. Rodimus Prime is fucking shaft in comparison to Falcon. With all that being said though, Falcon is the least of this fucking movie's problems. Cobra La is just fucking bonkers. I mean it. There is a scene that sees Cobra Commander being reverted back into his reptilian form.
He's a slippery old reptile.
Is mind-boggling. And that's just the start of it, because he ends up being teamed up with a blind roadblock, and they have to buddy cop their way out of Cobra La to get reinforcements. It's fucking insane. I can't fathom the lunacy of this fucking movie. Cobra La is just weird. It's like if someone had a hentai fetish and made it into an army. That's the only fucking way I can describe Cobra La. Everything is tentacles and orifices, and you really worry for Lady Dre and Scarlet in these fucking scenes. I mean, it's fucking weird. Is there any good things about this movie? Well, yeah, first off, some of the voice cast is fucking solid. And ironically, it's not a professional actor that's the best, but an actual wrestler. Sergeant Slaughter had been brought into the G.I. Joe line, I think in 85. He first turned up in Arise Serpentor Arise. This was a miniseries by Sunbow that introduced the character, but he really got to shine in the G.I. Joe movie. And yeah, he's probably the main reason to watch it. Him and his unit of ragtag mercenaries, the Slaughters Marauders, are fun. Again, they're these outlandish G.I. Joe characters, very far removed from the hard-edged Larry Hama characters that came in the comics. But again, they're pretty cool. Also, you have Burgess Meredith as Gagobulus. And yeah, it's bizarre. He's a stupid fucking character. To all intensive purposes, this character should not work in G.I. Joe, but because of Burgess Meredith's performance, he fucking does. He's an engaging character. He's a genuine threat. He's fucking scary. He is a menacing character for the Joes to go up against. He looks fucking ridiculous, but Burgess Meredith just gives that solid of a performance that he's a genuine fucking threat to our heroes. The other denizens of Cobra La are solid enough. Pythona is pretty badass. Nemesis Enforcer, He's just a heavy, he's just this big fucking burly dude for Sergeant Slaughter to go mano a mano to. That's about it, but in comparison to the likes of Destro and Baroness, they're kind of really lower tier villains in the scheme of G.I. Joe, and that's why they don't really work. This G.I. Joe movie was affected in two ways by the Transformers movie. First off, because of the Transformers movie's bad box office performance, this was shipped straight to video. It didn't get a theatrical release. And secondly, because of the negative reaction of Optimus Prime dying in the Transformers movie, Duke is miraculously brought back to life in a hilarious fucking way. Essentially, at the end of the movie, someone shouts off screen, Duke's gonna make it, and it's fucking hilarious. You can tell it was put in at the 11th hour and shows how fucking lazy the production of this movie was. So yeah, the G.I. Joe animated movie, it's pretty trash, but it's fun trash in a way. If you want to see G.I. Joe take on an army of tentacle hentai monsters, yeah, give it a look. And this movie does have its fans, and I'm not going to rob them of their enjoyment of that. And obviously Hasbro noticed as well, because in their G.I. Joe Classifieds line, they released a whole host of characters from this movie, including Pythona, Nemesis Enforcer, and Once a Man Cobra Commander. Yes, the fucked up snake version of Cobra Commander got an action figure. And if you want to see a review of that figure, go over to Fuller's Figures YouTube channel, where the legend Connor Fuller does an excellent review on that figure. But yeah guys, have you seen the G.I. Joe movie? If you have, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. And which is your favourite G.I. Joe character? Be it one of the Joes or be it one of the Cobras, let me know in the comments below. My name's Martin, this has been the Trash Picture Show, and yeah, have a good one, take care, bye now.